Well, hello, Faith Baptist and our friends. This is Pastor Borden. You're not going to see my face this week, just my screen, as we continue to look at some ways we can pursue God on our own. At the beginning of the pandemic, we put some resources on our website as opportunities to approach growing in faith through this season in different ways. And last week, I did a guided devotional using Sacred Space, which is right here. You can check that out on the YouTube channel. But this week, we're going to look at, in particular, some Bible reading and study resources, things that could be helpful to you. And there are two main ones I'm going to take a look at today that will give you the opportunity not just to have places to read Scripture, but to give you reading plans or devotional plans that can be emailed or which you can access on a computer or phone app at any time. There was a survey that happened recently in the United States that found that people's Bible reading has declined a lot during the pandemic. And in some cases, that's almost certainly due to the busyness, to suddenly having kids at home and everything being much more hectic. But it can also just be the distractions, the worry. There are lots of things that can keep us from interacting with Scripture. But this is something we need even more during times of uncertainty. And so tools that make that easier can be of help to us. So first, we're going to take a look at YouVersion. This is like the most popular Bible-related phone app, but there's a computer version of it as well, which gives you access to different scripture translations, Bible reading plans, devotional plans, this kind of thing. So you'll see if I click the link here, it takes us to the YouVersion site, and it talks about a little bit about what YouVersion is. And I'm going to go down to the Bible app here. So if you want to skip a few of these steps, it tells you here about YouVersion, how it's it's in 60 languages. It's got all kinds of plans. You can get it on your phone, on your tablet, your smart speaker. But we're going to go to the computer version because we're on a computer, which is just Bible.com. So you can skip all those steps if you just want to go to www.bible.com. And there you go. You get a look at where places that Pastor Borden looks on a regular basis. So here on Bible.com, you have some of the opportunities that to connect with some different things. And this is really where I want to direct you right here, is these free reading plans and devotionals. Because there are plans of a wide variety of things that you can use to follow along. Some of these ones are current event related. What is biblical justice with Tony Evans, who's a prominent black preacher and scholar. Here's one on it's Dr. Martin Luther King's, I'm trying to remember if it's daughter or granddaughter, but she's got one here as well, biblical justice. Some of these are coming out of things that are happening in our world, but there are so many others. Charles Stanley and Waiting on God. So there are different reading plans. They take different amounts of time to complete, but there are all kinds of ways that you can connect with that. Here we go, marriage, dating, work, leadership, all kinds of different things. On prayer, if you want a little reading plan that will guide you in prayer. But we're focused on Bible reading today, so I'm going to look at some of these Bible reading plans. So I'm going to pick the whole Bible one here. And here are, again, a whole bunch of different ways that it'll give you a reading plan to work your way through the Bible. There's some different ones. The one I started and didn't actually quite finish yet, because even I struggle with this sometimes, is chronological. So it gives you the books of the Bible in the rough order as far as we know that we think they were written, and the events happen chronologically, so that you're getting it in that way. But you can also look at a whole bunch of different options here, and you can poke around and see what you might be interested in, different translations, different approaches to it. And again, lots and lots of options. So if you haven't been to Bible.com or downloaded the YouVersion app for your phone, I would strongly recommend it. I know this is the Bible in 1 year plan that my wife Amy did recently. So it's got Bible readings, but then it's got some little devotional reflections from Nicky Gumbel and his wife, I think, as well. And he's the founder of the Alpha program. So all kinds of different things that are here. So I'm going to go back to church website now and look at the other big one. So BibleGateway.com is a very popular website, again, with lots and lots of different Bible translations. You can access it all freely here. You don't need to have signed in or logged in. I don't have an account active, at least at the moment. And you can search. It's very helpful if you want to study the Bible on your own and you say, well, gosh, what does the Bible say about whatever it is, about truth? And you can just type in truth, and you can find how many results are. If you've ever heard me say, oh, the Bible mentions such and such a thing X many times, it may be that this was one of the ways I found that out, or through other commentaries or other tools as well. But this, you can do your own little word searches. It's a faster tool than a big written Bible dictionary. But I wanted to really direct you here to that. It's got the Read the Bible tab. And again, more reading plans are available here. And these ones are usually email-based, so you don't have to remember to log into an app or anything else. They will just email them to you every day. And so again, a whole bunch of different options here. New Testament in a year, Bible in 90 days. That would be a lot of reading, but hey, if you've got the time, you can roll with that. From beginning to end, Genesis to Revelations, chronological, in which the order in which the stories occurred, all kinds of different things in here. And you can sign up for things that aren't just straight Bible reading plans as well. Here's just the book of Proverbs. Here's a verse a day. Here's the New Testament in 24 weeks. There are also, so I'm looking in study tools and then more resources here. There are reading plans that go beyond just Bible reading. Oh, maybe I went to the wrong place. Devotionals, sorry. So Explore More tab, Devotionals. And here are a bunch of devotionals that can be emailed to you from a lot of people who are certainly well-known and loved within the church community overall. Anyway, C.S. Lewis is here, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, theologian and pastor in Germany in World War II. Charles Spurgeon is in here, and then again, there's divided into different categories. We've got devotionals for women, for men, for families. So lots and lots of things to look at here. And you just give them your email address basically, and they will send you some things along. So that's kind of where we are with that one. So I just want to commend some of these resources to you. Anything that makes it easier is usually a positive thing for sure. And when we put more of that into us, it makes a big difference. One of the things we see, one of the things we see about Jesus is Scripture just poured out of him all the time because he studied. He knew it inside out, and whatever was going on around him, he connected it and relayed it to Scripture. And so for Christians to be able to do the same thing is a very powerful and helpful thing for us, and it's well worth what turns out to be a small amount of time. And I know it's not easy, and I think give yourself a lot of grace with this. If you sign up for a 1-year Bible reading plan and you finish it in 3 years, then good for you. That's not something to be ashamed of. You do your best and keep at it, and it'll grow your understanding of the God that we are serving and we're searching for, and what's on his heart, what he desires. Rather than just absorbing a little bit of tidbit here from this preacher or that article or whatever it is. We really need to have some foundation in the actual Scripture, the ability to go to it, to read it, to think about it ourselves. Otherwise, we're kind of just at the whim of whatever person is popular or that we like listening to, and that may or may not be really well-rooted itself in Scripture. We'll talk a little bit about that in a future episode coming up. But for now, that's some Bible reading options for you as part of our Faith at Home stuff. So blessings on you, and you get a couple more of these coming up while I'll be on vacation, but I hope these can be a little bit of help to you. Bye for now.